flying by the seat of our pants and running on adrenaline. And so everything seemed like huge and great and really tiring at the same time, because we drove down there from here to Texas, and then for 4 days played 9 songs, and it's in the middle of 9 shows, and it's in the middle of thousands of people. So you try to park in a place where you're not going to get a ticket, and then you pull all of your instruments out and everything, you push it all down the street, and you're saying, excuse me, with all these, drunk music goers and people that are trying to enjoy themselves, and you're just trying to get to the place to do your show. And so, we would do like 2 or 3 in a day, and there's journalists everywhere and people taking photographs, and so it's like a constant kind of, you feel like you're always on, but it was really great. We met a lot of really good people, and it was really fun. And then we slept for like 3 days after.
It sounds like a good networking opportunity for bands.
Yeah, it is. I think it seems like it really works best if you do play a lot of shows, just because there's so many types of people at different types of shows. So and the fact that, it's kind of like self-perpetuating, but because there's so many shows, a lot of people can't make it to everything, so you want to play as frequently as you can in case they have a moment that they can squeeze in, if you're trying to get certain people to see you. And so that's good.
And speaking of, so you live in LA, and what's some LA venues that you enjoy playing at? We
really like playing at the Echo and the Echoplex. It's always been a fun place to play, and we've played a few there's a place across the street called Tex, which is a French restaurant, and that's more of a lounge style, whereas the Echo venues are kind of big, huge, open, cavernous clubs, and at the loungy place you get, a free French dinner as a musician, which is always nice. Yeah. So we like places that give us food. That's great. And we've enjoyed the outdoor festivals a lot. We've played Make Music Pasadena and Echo Park Rising, and some festivals. This year we started doing a Day of the Dead one in San Pedro. But the outdoor ones are really great because people feel more, less inhibited somehow. They want to dance, and it's been really fun.
Oh, and the sun is shining because it's LA.
Yeah, exactly.
Except for today.
Which is okay. We need some rain.
And
the rain.
And so it's you and your husband, Rodrigo Gonzalez, and then who else is in the band?
We play with Fabio Santana de Souza, who's our trombone player, and he plays rhythm guitar. And then we have Hiro Nakano, who's our drummer. And we play with some other horn players sometimes. Dana Richards, who's also on our album, she records with us. And Chef Bruton, who's a trombone player. He played for Razzle Motley also. And then we play with a couple of different bass players. We have, on the recording, it was Jesse Herrera, and then we have Peter Lansky who plays with us, and my brother's been helping us a bit writing some bass lines. He's a musician out in New York, but over the internet we can write songs sometimes together. So Kellen Harrison, he's been doing some bass lines for us. Wow,
you've got a lot of cool people. How'd you meet all these people?
I know. Oh, I don't know. Lots of different ways. Sometimes it's just seeing people play and then getting to talk to everyone afterwards, or friends who know people. And but we definitely feel lucky that at this point where we have a lot of good friends that we can count on. Because sometimes people are busy, so we have, someone step in while someone else is on tour, or we take them on tour and another friend fills in for their band or something.
And then I'm going to play this song, Sabotage. And this is from Sea Monster.
Yes.
And tell me about how this song came about.
Sabotage was also kind of a similar feeling of like frustration and kind of feel like you can be who you want to be or do what you want to do, but then thinking about what if, sometimes you feel like you're in a situation that you're not necessarily wanting to be and that everyone else is also kind of feeling that way. But then I started thinking, what if everyone secretly wants you to be successful and wants you to kind of like break free of whatever things, everyone has to do all the time. And so that started like being kind of personal spies in your own world. Like you have a secret life that you're going to succeed at.
Whoa. So there's a secret life that we don't, in our normal world, we don't realize this secret life, but it's a very successful life. Our friends should be helping us get to that successful life.
Or they might secretly want you to be like, you might think if you're having a bad day, it might not all be that bad. Maybe you are going to be okay. That's the short version.
Oh, okay. Wow. So this almost sounds like an empowering song. Yeah,
that's what it's supposed to be. Although it sounds more like a spy song, but really the lyrics are about empowerment.
Well, Sony Pictures just lost the script to their James Bond movie because of the hackers that got into Sony. So they they might need a new song for the new movie.
Yeah.
So maybe they can use this.
I hope they call us because we're ready.
But the band is called SALT PETAL. And by the way, Autumn, whatever happened to sea salt? Remember everything had sea salt in it for a while and then all of a sudden it just vanished.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I still see it. You can buy it in stores now more than you could, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. So
yeah,
that still stayed around. But I used to hear, news about new salt stores opening up and all the different types of salt. And now it's just it's not news anymore. I don't know.
And then people, I think, just were like, oh, wait, high sodium, bad. I shouldn't have so much salt. Or something.
Maybe. But salt is actually something you can crave, like chocolate, or when you're stressed, you can crave salt too.
Yeah, or you can crave SALT PETAL.
Or SALT PETAL. We'll help you if you're stressed out.
And the latest album is called Sea Monster, and it's Autumn Harrison of SALT PETAL. It's been a pleasure speaking with you and your husband Rodrigo Gonzalez. And here's
Thank you.
Sabotage on Mike's Daily Podcast. Oh, isn't that a great band? That is Salt Petal. As we go outside of the last place on earth where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley, California, and the song Sabotage. It was great talking to Autumn and Rodrigo.
And here's today's podcast picture.
The picture is from Thompson Avenue in Alameda. Alameda is our little island here in the East Bay. And this is a cool little candy cane lane. All the houses do neat stuff. And for some reason, I really like this house because it's got the Whoville theme and the Grinch theme. And they kind of did their own carpentry work in creating the wooden figures of the Grinch and Max and the little girl. So it's all there. You can see the picture at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. And speaking of front yard Christmas displays, that is the name of the only Christmas song I've done that I will play for you tomorrow to get you in the holiday spirit. And then also tomorrow, it's the debut of a brand new feature on Mike's Daily Podcast. It's called This Is Interesting. Not interesting, but interesting. Why is this segment called that? Because we find out some interesting things. That'll be on tomorrow's show. And we will also hear from Madame Rutabaga Valentino and Bison Bentley.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Email Mike now at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!